Okay, welcome to the next tutorial of Blender. So, today we are going to be messing around with lighting and some patterns. So, what we're going to do, first and foremost, let's go ahead and delete the default cube, and I'm going to go ahead and switch Eevee out for cycles down in the render engine. Let's go ahead and add, and then we'll go plane, S to scale, and then what we're going to do is, let's go ahead and Shift D, just leave it where it is, click, R for rotates, and then we'll click 90. So we've got a nice little wall going on, and just move it backwards. So, within this one, we're going to add a UV sphere. And what you need to do is make sure that the sphere sits above this plane right here. So we're going to go G. I'm just going to bring it up and then scale it just slightly. Let's press G, bring this back down. So, essentially what we want to do is right click shade smooth, and in the background here we want a pattern, and then we're going to go ahead and duplicate this, and then we're going to have one with no pattern. But to be honest with you, I think we could go G, just move this across real quick, and then Shift D, duplicate this one so that we've got that half and half going on just in the middle. Just try and get them as close together as possible. So what I'm going to do, let's go 7 to heaven just for one moment, because I want to be able to get these two planes just right next to each other. So let's get those on the red line just there. If you can't see the red line very clearly, you can press toggle X-ray. Or we can just go G, just get those nice and neat just on that line. You can have like a little overlap if you wanted to, but to be honest with you, maybe just about there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just turn off that toggle X-ray real quick, and we'll just press G, make sure that the sphere is on our surface, and then I'm going to go ahead and press S to scale out the background, this backdrop just a little bit, and then just move it down just as needed. I'd say just about there. So what essentially we're going to do is, let's go to viewport shading material preview, which is just located at the top right here. Let's go to materials tab, new, and then we're going to go ahead and make this metallic, turn down the roughness just slightly, and what we're going to need is kind of like a darker shade. So like a grey or a black is perfect for this. So the middle sphere that we have right here, let's go new for materials, switch to principled BSDF to glass BSDF, and turn down the roughness. So now we may move the sphere a little bit forward later on, we may move it back a little later on, but we'll see what we can do with it. This plane right here that we have on the left, if you go to materials tab, we'll just make this a plain black and turn up the roughness. This material right here we're going to have as a completely different thing. So we can go viewport shading right here. Let's go ahead, you could have any texture. So if you go to add, texture, and then you could have any texture right here. But first, you need to press new. So we've got the principled BSDF right here, the roughness. Let's go to add. We have textures. I think in one of them, one of the last tutorials that I did the magic texture. So maybe for this one we could do Gabor. We could try Gabor. Let's go value to base color. So we have something like this. You can turn up the frequency, you can turn down the frequency, the orientation, which way you'd like it to face. I'm going to go diagonal, let's go at 51 degrees. Let's just change the anisotropy just ever so slightly, I can't pronounce that. And you can make this as big or as small as you want to. Now, for this personally, I would make this high contrast, so let's go with add, and we'll go color ramp. Color spot the American way for those who've just started with Blender. And we can, if you take these 2 points and you pull them together a little bit, you can make this kind of high contrast kind of look. So, I'm going to mess around with the frequency just a little bit. Just kind of like that. You could add other tones to this as well, so you just press plus and then choose. So So like a different colour. You can make this red, green, blue, whatever you'd like. I'm gonna make mine just, oh my gosh, that's really, like, my eyes are going. Like, yeah, let's make this, maybe, I'm just gonna go with black and white. Wow. Like, staring at that, it's just like, oh. Okay, so, yeah, maybe it's not the pattern that you'd want, but, you know, you've got all these different textures to choose from. Voronoi texture's pretty cool. So, what I'm going to do, let's go to layout. And what we can do, let's go to the render tab right here, and you'll see that we have this nice half and half. Now, we want to be able to get the black from this onto the black on this side, and then we want to get the pattern here to the pattern on this side. So nothing that goes like this. We kind of want to find that nice little sweet spot where the line is practically straight. It might take you a while. Just hold down the center scroll and then just kind of like move it to the side kind of thing. So once you've got your pattern where you need it to be, let's go view. And we'll go to align view, camera to view. Now, what I would suggest to you is don't move the camera. If you're going to move the camera, you're going to have to find that nice little sweet spot where the line goes straight down. Such as if I move it like this, you see how it changes? Okay, so find that nice little sweet spot, decide where you want to put your camera. To be honest with you, I'm happy with it there. I'm going to go ahead and click the space plane right here, and I'm going to go ahead and take down the roughness. So now we kind of have like a half and half going on. I might change that pattern actually, so let's go shading. Let's get rid of the Gabor texture. You guys don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I just want to show you different textures. So let's go add. Let's go with that Voronoi that I mentioned before, and we can go colour to factor. Just here, and you get something like this. And the great thing about this as well is you can take this grey in the middle, and you can just like make different kind of tones and stuff, so that when you take this back to the layout, you'll have something like this. Now, to be honest with you, it doesn't work very well if it's a little bit too big, so I'm going to go ahead and just go to the shading again, and we scale this up just as such. You can go back to the layout, and you've got a little bit more tone and texture there. To be honest with you, I think we should mess with the lighting just a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. Let's see. I'm just going to split the atom real quick. Just in the middle right here. Let's go ahead and make this light a little bit brighter. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add one to the side. Maybe. Let's go with G. Just bring that down so that we illuminate the backdrop just there. And then Shift D. I'll move this across to that side as well. Because I'll pull the exposure a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't pull the exposure on the side that's got the black on it, but I will pull the exposure on the side that hasn't. You'll notice that it kind of blows out right here. So if you click the object, just turn up your roughness, and the blowout should go away. So that's kind of like a nice little idea for lighting if you wanted to do something like that with glass. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed the tutorial, please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.